Hey guys, welcome to Bible Talk, where we are going to read some scripture. We're going to observe the scripture we've read. We're going to apply it to our lives. And we're going to pray that we learn something amazing from what we read. That being said, I got my nice, ginormous Bible here that my wife bought me. So let's see what we got going on. I'm just going to flip it open. All right, we got Acts 18. After this, Paul left Athens and went to Corinth. There he met a Jew named Aquila, a native of Pontus, who had recently come from Italy with his wife Priscilla because Claudius had ordered all Jews to leave Rome. Paul went to see them, and because he was a tent maker, as they were, he stayed and worked with them. Every Sabbath he reasoned in the synagogue, trying to persuade Jews and Greeks. When Silas and Timothy came from Macedonia, Paul devoted himself exclusively to preaching, testifying to the Jews that Jesus was the Messiah. But when they opposed Paul and became abusive, he shook out his clothes in protest and said to them, "Your blood be on your own heads. I am innocent of it. From now on, I will go to the Gentiles." Then Paul left the synagogue and went next door to the house of Titus Justus, a worshiper of God. I'm going to stop right there because people love to argue, don't they? It's mind-boggling to me about what people argue about exactly, and nobody wants to be wrong. And I'm learning that, especially today, people are so quick to be triggered or so quick to look for a reason to argue, and it's just such nonsense. And I might offend somebody by saying that even, but we shouldn't be sitting and arguing back and forth and back and forth. I really like what it said is Paul left. He tried to speak truth to the Jews that were there, and rather than sitting and arguing, he left and went and spoke to the people who were going to listen to him. And I feel like even me, I'm guilty of it too. There's some things that trigger me that I feel like I need to say something about, and it's just I feel like, especially as Christians, people are looking at us because they want to see us get triggered. They want to see us point a finger or say something terrible about somebody. They're looking for a reason to attack us, because I feel like, the cross we bear is just a big target, right? And it doesn't mean don't share your faith by all means, but I think that in some situations it's better to just go talk to the people who want to hear what you have to say. And I don't even know if I need to keep reading, because that right there was been on my heart a lot. And I'll keep reading, but yeah, that's just, when I saw that, that's the first thing that came to my mind, just because there's so much arguing right now back and forth, and so many people are trying to get a reaction from people. All right, let's see, where was I? Then Paul left this. Okay, I've read that. All right, verse 8. Crispus, the synagogue leader, and his entire household believed in the Lord, and many of the Corinthians who heard Paul believe and were baptized. One night the Lord spoke to Paul in a vision. "Do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. Do not be silent. for I am with you, and no one is going to attack and harm you, because I have many people in this city. And I will just stop there, because man, what a good word that is, right? I got my highlighter here. I'm gonna highlight that. Do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. Do not be silent, for I am with you, and no one is going to attack or harm you, because I have many people in this city. As Christians, of course, we have people who will try to talk bad about us, or they will attack us. Maybe not literally, or maybe they will literally. But it's so interesting. Even just carrying a Bible with you creates a reaction from people. You know, I used to eat lunch with this guy named Rich when I worked at Taco Bell. I think when I was 16 or 17, but he would come and get 2 chicken rice burritos, and he would sit down and he would just put his Bible out. He wouldn't read it, but he just put it out while he was eating. And it caused people, like some people would walk by, say God bless him. Some people would look at the Bible and just say a cuss word to him, or under their breath, or about the Bible. And one day I walked by, I said God bless you, and he immediately turned to me and he said, are you a Christian? And I said, yeah, I think so. And he said, oh, do you have a minute? I was like, yeah, let me go talk to my boss, see if I can go on my lunch break right now. So I went on my lunch break, and we just spent the whole half hour just talking. He was asking me a bunch of questions. He wanted to clarify what Christian meant to me. And he was asking me questions like, okay, if you are saved and then you sin in the future, what does that mean? Stuff like that. And it was just so interesting, because he was an older man. He was probably in his 50s, and I was 16. But as he came in, we would eat lunch and then start talking. I would take my lunch when he came in. We would both eat, talk about the Bible, and I found that we were relating about the same things in our lives. Our walk was pretty much the same, even though our age was so different. And it was so amazing to see that, the Bible really is timeless. You can relate to somebody who's 50 years older than you, because there's no time limit for the Bible, right? So something that you're going through could be the same thing somebody 50 years older is going through, and all it takes is a conversation about a scripture or a verse or what you did this week, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, I can relate to this person, or this person can relate to me, and now we can have a conversation. There's no age gap. And so that's the second thing that spoke out to me. I'm kind of rambling now. I forgot what I even started that story for, but yeah, so do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. And I feel like that's speaking to me right now, because every time I press record button, I immediately am flooded with doubts about doing this, because I'm not the best reader. I'm not the best writer. I don't feel like I'm super intelligent or have that much to say, but I feel like this is what God's telling me to do, so I'm going to keep doing it. And my goal is to do this every day, whether it be a small video or a large video. Maybe it'll be 5 minutes, maybe it'll be 15 minutes. I think I'm already close to 10 minutes right now, but hit the like and subscribe, so when I do post a video, you can watch it, or you don't have to miss anything I have to say, or maybe you do want to miss stuff I have to say, I don't know. But I appreciate your time, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it with this. Do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. Do not be silent. It's a great word. All right, well, until next time.